having a little technical difficulties, man. But yeah. But matter of fact, Satan trying to throw the spirit off, man. You know. But if I just we can't backtrack. Basically, talking about these Edomites mad as hell, man, because first of all they calling us black nationalists, and prophecies being fulfilled. Matter of fact, bring that back up. Yeah. Yeah.
From the book of Psalms, chapter 23 and verse 1. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is my shepherd, I shall not want. Verse 2. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures, pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Verse 3. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me into the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Verse 4.
That's right. Now, matter of fact, we're talking about for his name's sake. All right. So for his name's sake, just like with this article right here, which I said is from the Southern Poverty Law Center, you know, and it's talking about, well, like I said, they're gonna start coming around us up and all that, man. So that famine of the word is coming, and it ain't too much longer that the Akim gonna be out here in the highways and byways, you know, the teach this truth, man. And I don't know if the camera caught it, but you had a Jay come up here earlier and asked us how to get under the subway. If there's another way to get under the subway. Cole interrupted the spirit, you know.
One way to get to the subway.
Yeah, cut, man.
Like that.
Exactly. It's one way to get in the subway, but it's a lot of ways to get to this destruction.
A whole lot of ways. You know? All the ways you can't get into the sub.
Right.
There's the ways to
Verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death,
Which is America.
I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 5. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies.
That's what I wanted right there. So it says, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of our enemies.
That's right.
So that table right here is talking about right out here, man, on these highways and byways. That's the table that the Lord prepared for us, man. You know? And why is it referred to as a table? Because when we come out here, we feeding our people, man. You know? In the presence of our enemies. So you look around you, you see all these different nations. And all these different nations are an enemy to Israel, man.
That's right.
You know? You got Moab right here. She look like Ammon. You got Esau. You know?
It's all around the place.
Yeah, come. You got all them different Ishmael.
Ishmael,
You got Ham. Yeah, damn, Ishmael. You're gonna see Ham come by in a minute, man.
and the trying to blend in.
Yeah, good. Matter of fact, all you gotta do is go to Southwest Philly.
Right.
And that's the land. That's the land of Ham right there, man. That's where all the Hamites be at, man. You know? But yeah, bro, getting to this article, man. It says, Grand Exodus 11 and something. Okay. But it says black nationalism. The black nationalist movement is a reaction to centuries of institutionalized white supremacy in America. It says black nationalists believe the answer to white racism is to form separate institutions or even a separate nation for black people. Most forms of black nationalism are strongly anti-white and anti-Semitic. Some religious versions assert that black people are the biblical chosen people of the Most High. Now, matter of fact, bring out Exodus 11:7, bro. Because now we're going to prove to you that first of all that the Lord separated everything. All right. So we ain't supposed to be living and kicking it with all these other different nations. You know? So and that's why Esau mad. So they talk about that we foreigners. No, this goes all the way back to the beginning, man.
From the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
That's right. So the Egyptians were heathens, man. So he put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And it says, shall not a dog wag his tongue, man. Move his tongue. Who's those dogs? Those dogs is talking about the Edomites, man. You know? And first of all those other different nations too, man. It's talking about all that. And what they doing now, they got this article talking about black nationalists, man. First of all, black is not a nationality, man. So therefore, there they go using them words to try to trip it up again, man. Matter of fact, grab Malachi 1:1. And then, and after that, grab Daniel 9:7. Because then, no. Grab Malachi 1:1. Start at 1. And after that, grab Daniel 9:7. Because they talking a whole lot of shit in there, man. You know? They calling us black nationalists. Black, the last time I checked, black was a color, man. You know? So how can you be a black nationalist, man?
Say Daniel what?
Daniel 9:7. Because we're going to cut this shit up real quick, man. Then hop on to something else. But it says, I'm going to keep going. It says black nationalists. It said black nationalists, however, should not be confused with the many non-racist African American organizations that work for social justice and elimination of institutional racism in America.
Should not tell you.
Yeah, good. Give Malachi. Because so now Esau right here, man, he really trying to demonize us, man. You know? And then those other what they said, it says many non-racist African American organizations.
Right.
So guess what those organizations are funded by? They funded by Esau, man. You know, they got that 301c, that 501(c) charter, man. A CP charter, man. Which means you can't speak out against the government, Esau. And they mad because we coming out here telling the truth about it. You know? Bringing out the truth on their ass, man. But, yo, read Malachi real quick.
From the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to Israel by Malachi. Verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
That's right.
Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
That's right. Matter of fact, Esau was Jacob's brother. Was that nigga came up here a couple weeks ago trying to defend Esau. I'm like, that's your brother. That's your brother. That's fucking cool, man. You know? But even though it says was not Jacob Esau's brother. But look what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said about Esau, man. Go ahead,
Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, yet I love Jacob. Verse 3. And I hated Esau, and I laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
that's it right there. So he said he loved Jacob and he hated Esau, man.
That's right.
So that sounds like racism to me. That's coming from the Most High, man. And the Most High is a separatist, man. You know? And
No,
but the Most High accepted us. But now it says the many non-racist African American. First of all, you're not African Americans, man.
That's
You
right.
Israelites, and those niggas that's in those organizations, they sold out, man.
That's right.
You know. Matter of fact, grab Daniel 9:7 real quick. Because I wanna clear something up with this article, man. Because they said what it said that's white supremacy. Oh, it says most forms of black nationalism are strongly anti-white and anti-Semitic. So anti-white, that means first of all, there's no such thing as a white person, man. All right, you Edomites, man. We're anti-Edomites. Why? Because the Lord is, man. You know. And the brother's gonna bring out the scripture to let you know that all the nations, man. You're not going to look like the
ain't hit a pothole.
yeah. You're not going to look like the traditional Israelite now, man. You know. So those dudes running around talking about black this, like you got ISUPK, they do that, man. It's a thing called, matter of fact. And after that, grab Matthew 13, chapter 24. No, Salakia. Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. Read that first.
Cut on come.
From the book of Daniel, chapter 9, and verse 7. O Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, righteousness belong unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces,
Right.
as at this day to the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and to all Israel that are near and that are far off, though all the countries, whether thou hast driven them because of their trespass, that they have trespassed against thee.
That's right. So basically, that's telling you all the nations where the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua sent us, man. So if we get moved to China and we pop a Chinese woman, right? After generations, that baby, first of all, the baby gonna come out looking like the mother, man. You know what I'm saying? So after generations, that child starts popping Chinese women, the child's eventually gonna come out looking fully like that nation, man. Speaking a language and all that. But the father gonna go all the way back to who? Us. The so-called black man, the Israelite man.
That's right.
You know? So that's why you have confusion of faces, man, which is also that's in first Ezra, I believe. The second Ezra. Matter of fact, let me see that prop. Grab Matthew 13, chapter 13.
Matthew chapter 13.
Yeah, sorry, verse 24. Cause yeah, so that's why you have the matter of fact, we're gonna get in the parable of the wheat and the tares, man. You know?
13 and 24.
Yeah. Cause they trying to categorize us like us as black nationalists, man. But I ain't gonna spend too much time on this. I just wanted to matter of fact, hold that real quick. But it says American organizations that work for social justice that sell out and elimination of institutional racism in America. You ain't never going to be able to stop racism in America, man. All right? Because first of all, the scriptures teaches about race wars coming, man. You know? Matter of fact, I'm going to grab that real fast.
Bring it out.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 15. Now, this is how you know, because these things are already written. So Esau, they trying to upset prophecy and try to rewrite the Bible, man. Well, yeah, rewrite. They already rewrote history. Now they try to rewrite the future. But we come out here to bring out the history and prophesy the future, man. What prophesy means through these scriptures, be telling you what's going to happen before it happens, man. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15:15. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." It says, "And one people shall stand up to fight against another people with swords in hands," man. You know? So that right there is that, you know, man, it's going to be race wars, man. And Esau don't want that. Why? Because they know that that's in the scriptures and that's prophecy, man.
We're going to lose.
You can't. Exactly. But they so proud, they're going to try to stand up and fight against the Lamb, man. What's the Lamb? The Lamb is who? Yahweh Shah. You know? But I had another shit concerning the race war. How to speak. There you go. Matter of fact, yeah, got it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5. I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, "There shall be confusion also in many places," which right now in America you got confusion in a lot of places, man. Not even just America, just around the whole world.
That's right.
You know? It says, "And the fire shall be offset out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menses women shall bring forth monsters." That says, well, you got menses women, that's these women that bleed, which is all of them. They bring them forth monsters, especially the nigga woman. These kids running around now, like at my job, I be seeing these little niggas, and they come up there, no father figure at all. 12 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, way off the block, running around, no money, running up in different stores, stealing this shit. You know, cursing out, grown people out and all that. So that's a damn monster, man. And their mothers allow that, man. Then you got, it says wild beasts on change places. So they doing all that right now. You got bears over there in Jersey, man. In people's backyards. Why? Because they cutting down all the damn forests. Over here in Philly, what we got? Possums, raccoons running in the neighborhoods and shit. You know? It says, "And salt water shall be found in the sweet." So that salt water found in the sweet, that's talking about they going to jack the truth up, man. But if you got sweet water, that's good water. And you throw salt in it, that messes it up, man. Like they say, you threw salt in the game and all that. You know? So that's what they're doing right now. They're throwing salt in the game. How they doing that? By going against all the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Not just that. You make homosexuality legal. You know? You give gays rights. You put the woman over top of the man. You know? You try to make the man the tail end, man. When the man is the head of the household, man. Now you got the what you file for your taxes, and the woman she claims head of household and shit. But I don't want to lose my train of my point. It says that, "And all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding draw itself into his secret chambers." Man. So yeah, man. So it says, I'm gonna read that one more time, man. It says, "And all friends shall destroy one another," man. So what's that? Like you got these niggas walking around now, man. Jake walking with Esau talking about that's their friend, man. Yo, this is my homeboy, man. So it said they're going to destroy one another, man. So it ain't no friends, man. Once all hell break loose and all that, because right now it's easy for people to say what they're going to do and how they're going to react. Why? Because they still can eat and all that. They can still go in the store and grab a bite to eat with this little paper money they got. But that time coming where that's not going to be so, man. You know? And brothers is catching hell now. Why? Because the Lord is preparing you early for the things that come, man. You know? You're going to have to know how to rough it, man. The Lord, of course, He's going to take care of His men. But you're going to have to know how to really, you know, get it in, man.
That's right.
And suffer, man. But that right there is letting you know those race wars are coming to America, man. And they already started. But they're just not on a high scale yet, man. You know? And then, like, but matter of fact, even with the wheat and the tares, you're going to have, that's why you're supposed to be able to read a person's spirit, man. Because you're going to have dudes get jacked up by what they think is a Jake. There's going to be an Edomite in a Jake's body. Then you might have a Jake in an Edomite's body. You know? That's why you read their spirits, man. That's why it says that we're supposed to be spiritual men, man, not carnal. You know? Oh, I'm afraid. I just want to bring those points out real fast. Because they trying to make it seem like these are our words. That we coming out here speaking out our own mind, man. You know? It says, in addition, they should not be seen as equivalent to white supremacist groups, such as the Ku Klux Klan or neo-Nazis, in terms of their history of violence and terrorism. And unlike white hate groups, they have made virtually no inroads into the mainstream political realm and have virtually no supporters among elected officials. You know exactly, man. So Esau, so they go right there, and you know, they try to demonize us heavy, man. It says virtually no inroads. It says they have made virtually no inroads into the mainstream political realm. First of all, we ain't coming sitting on your television shows because if you go sit on them TV shows, you have to say certain things. And they want to edit that shit out, try to throw shit in, twist it up and all that. Even with the YouTube, man. That's why the Lord set the YouTube up for us, the unicorn, man. You know? And any nigga that goes to Esau, and try, matter of fact, you had back in the 90s, you had the certain brothers, they was going out there and they was on the Montel Williams show, man.
Oh yeah.
So they had the Israelites, they had the Nazis, and they had the Ku Klux Klan, man. So they had all of them on the same joint. They trying to lump them all up together.
The Nazi dude was trying to relate to them, like
Yeah, good. Because basically he was saying like we not supposed to be together, man. You know. But they said we don't got no support. That's matter of fact, man. If you say matter of fact, hold that one. Grab 1 John 2:15 of it. Cause matter of fact, if you got support by those people, that's just like them athletes, man. You know, your LeBron Jameses, you know, your Joel Embiid's, niggas like that. What your Kanye West, man. That nigga, man. The nigga that says slavery's a choice, man. You know? Say ain't nothing, it ain't no free will, man. So how the hell is slavery a choice, man?
I kind of felt like he was saying slavery was a choice. While me reading the scriptures was a choice because he reading the choice at the beginning.
Oh yeah, come.
So to me, they was the wrong choice.
Come.
In my opinion, I look at it as a choice like that.
girl took her. I took her to
Oh,
the
I need to put that.